Country are worried. We know that it's very difficult to stop terrorism, but what really annoys people is when terrorism is politicized. Both sides are doing it. For example, Mr. Chidambaram the other day said, a country that's divided on communal lines can't fight terrorism. A clear dig at the BJP. Can't we resist politicizing terror?
Well, we should not politicize terror, because after all, terrorism knows no religion, knows no class, knows no party, whatever. Unfortunately, this issue has been politicized. I wouldn't like to make allegations, but the point remains that this issue has to be tackled in the right perspective. Quite different. You know what happens is that when an incident takes place where Muslims have been identified as part of terrorist activities, some political friends, they take it one view. But if some Hindus are caught in a terrorist activity, they take a different view.
Sudhendra, if I can bring you in, I mean, the Congress releases a manifesto. What does Mr. Modi say? No terrorism in that manifesto. Again, he politicizes. It's a common illness. I'm not being partisan now. Both parties are just finding it too tempting.
I don't agree, Prannoy. This is covering up the utter failure and non-performance of the government of the day. If you think that at the time of election, there should be no debate on the performance of the government of the day, on whether it has been able to secure the lives of India's citizens.
So you're saying it should be politicized?
No, you are putting a different connotation on it by saying that it is being politicized. We are holding the government accountable. You see,
but that is politicization. You see, when you're fighting, can I ask you, Sudhendra, when you're fighting a war against, say, Pakistan or in the Kargil war, both of you came together. You didn't blame each other. But here you're not treating it as a war. For us, the ordinary citizens, this is a war. You should be together.
If this is war, then there should be at least acknowledgement in the Congress Party's manifesto that this war, especially on the Eastern Front, the cross-border terrorism from the East, is because mainly Bangladeshi infiltration. There is not a word about Bangladeshi infiltration in the Congress manifesto. And the Prime Minister is from Assam. He's a member of Parliament from Assam for the last 18 years. Isn't he accountable? Isn't he answerable to the nation?
But aren't you answerable to the nation that's saying, for God's sake, we can't fight terror if our politicians are divided? No. If our leaders are divided, how are we going to fight a war against terror?
Our government will fight terror. We will get the mandate of the people and we will do it.
As they did probably during the NDA regime.
But no government can fight.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
Both sides are.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, Prannoy. It's not an issue which has to be politicized. These are issues which have to be tackled together. We have to look at this together, that how we can tackle it. Now, they've always been saying we are soft on terror. You see, we have seen they had Pota. This has been grossly misused.
Right.
We have been saying what is more important are two things. One is intelligence sharing. Number two, quick disposal of cases.